This is the iPhone 12 mini. Apple has finally done it. The phone we've all been waiting for. But it is so small that does it actually fulfill the needs of a basic person? Let's find out. Here it is, the iPhone 12 mini. It looks super tiny, it looks super great, it looks elegant in anyone's hands. Apple has actually managed to amaze people over the years, and this year Apple has actually amazed a lot of people with this super tiny little phone. It has a lot of features packed in this size. I mean, who could do that? And the answer is obviously Apple. Apple is the only company that actually does that, things outside the box, which is super great. And the iPhone 12 mini actually has a lot of features. It actually has the exact same features the 12 does, it's just smaller. That's where the disadvantages come in. The iPhone 12 mini actually has a 2227 milliamps battery, which is quite the disappointment for people who actually use this phones. So 12 mini is directly not an option for those people. But for a person who doesn't use phones that much, who just uses it for basic needs, the iPhone 12 mini is okay. It's great. The 12 mini only lasts about 5 to 6 hours straight up use, but it's fine. And there are one or two more disadvantages that I would like to point out right now, which one being the typing. The keyboards on this are super tiny, which makes it super difficult to type, and it's just a big disadvantage because of the screen size. But then compared to the SE, the screen size is actually bigger, because the screen size is about 5 inches and the SE's screen size is only about 4.7 inches. But there's one more disadvantage that I would like to point out. It is, you see these here, the fingerprints, see that? There are fingerprints, there can be fingerprints, and it takes away the good look of the phone. So I decided to put the cover on, and so here it is with the cover. It looks better, but then its shininess doesn't actually appear, so most of its adorability is taken away. It looks a bit bigger because of the thickness of the cover, but then it's still tiny. First, I want to actually compare the iPhone 12 mini with last year's iPhone 11 Pro, because the iPhone SE, I actually want to compare it, but then compared to the 12 mini, it is actually nothing. The 12 mini actually has a lot of features because of its new revolutionary change, as Apple said. I want to compare it with 11 Pro, which was actually a big change for Apple too. First things first, I wanted to check out the speakers, because I'm actually a big fan of music and I actually hear a lot of music, so I want to check out its speakers. The speakers are actually quite the same, but the 12 mini doesn't have enough in number. The 11 Pro actually has 6 and 3, and the 12 mini actually has about 4 and 2 on the side. They are actually almost the same speaker. They are stereo speakers, and let's just see how they sound. And one more thing, actually, I didn't want to get the copyright claim on my video, so I decided to play trap music's copyright free music, and here it is, full volume. I don't know if you can hear it properly, but it does sound loud. Okay, let's just skip a few seconds ahead. Okay, so that is pretty loud. Now let's just test out the 11 Pro's sound quality. That is actually quite loud, but compared to the 12 mini, the 11 Pro I felt is actually better because it has a bit more bass and a bit more treble than the 12 mini. The 12 mini just sounds a bit plain, but it is still good enough for a basic user. Like I said in the beginning, I'm actually looking for the perfect phone for a basic user, and I felt that is perfect enough for a basic user. Now I want to check out the iPhone 12 mini Super Retina XDR display, OLED display, which has Dolby Vision. I'm not sure that's gonna sound great because the display is actually small. I can't actually see anything comfortably, but it's still fine. If you're a teenager, you're not actually gonna pick 12 mini because I would prefer the 12 Pro or the 12 Pro Max because they have bigger displays, but they are quite expensive. So yeah, it's up to you. It's buttery smooth. It looks great. I don't know if you can actually see the exact same quality because I'm actually shooting in a lower quality and I don't think that's gonna pick up what I see. So, but to me, it actually looks super great. It's just amazing. I went ahead and took some photos with the 11 Pro and the 12 mini, and if you can see clearly, the 12 mini's photos were actually better than the 11 Pro because it showed more color than the 11 Pro. Nothing is edited, everything is pure image taken from the camera straight up. And if you can actually see this upcoming image, this one is actually taken from the 12 mini stage light mono portrait mode, which turned out to be the best photo I've actually taken. And the images that you get from the 12 mini are very satisfactory and you'll be happy with it. So I've held both the phones. This is the phone's microphone and the phone's camera. This on the left hand side is the 12 mini and the right hand side is the 11 Pro. Actually, I feel like the 12 mini has a better color contrast compared to the 11 Pro. This is 4K 60 frames per second. The 12 mini and the 11 Pro both look amazing. The 12 mini actually has the A14 Bionic chip, and they say it's super smooth, it's super fast, and it actually is. After all those that happened, the iPhone 12 mini's battery actually lasted more than I expected because after those photos, before taking those photos, before even starting this review, the iPhone 12 minis, the phone's battery was about 52-55%, and now it's down to 41%. I think it's only been about 2 hours, and it actually lasted. I mean, the 10% just decreased, but I'm fine with it. But if you're a person who uses the phone a lot, I mean, I wouldn't recommend this. You would rather prefer the 12 Pro or the 12 Pro Max. But the camera is just great. The 12 megapixel camera actually showed more positive results. It just is so positive that it showed good results, and it's just better than the 11 Pro. And as you can see here, the iPhone 12 mini's low light performance is also really good. This selfie was taken in a really dark room, in my room, with no lights on, at night, 8 p.m. and the low light performance is super good. The A14 Bionic chip is actually doing its part. This little phone actually does a lot, if you ask me. It is one of the best phones I've ever seen, and it is one of the smallest phones in the market right now. According to me, the iPhone 12 mini is one of the best phones. That's all I can say. Or I can say it is the best phone for a basic person. The iPhone 12 mini starts about 69,900 rupees for 64 gigs, and it goes up to 74,000 rupees for 128, and it rises up to 80,000 rupees for 256 gigabytes, and that is expensive, but if you ask me, it's worth it. The iPhone 12 mini is actually smart, is looking good, it's really powerful, it's just great. It fits every need for a basic person. It is actually better than the 11 Pro when I just compared it with its performance, with its camera, with its sound quality, but then sound quality actually differs. But since it's a small phone, I would actually give the 12 mini marks. 12 mini actually did better than the 11 Pro, and I am really happy with it. And there's one more thing before I end this video. I actually want to compare the size on the 3GS, which iPhone released about 13 years back, I guess 13 years or so, and I'll show you how small the 3GS, one of the, I guess it was the third phone that iPhone released, the 3GS. The iPhone came in, and then the iPhone 3G, and then came the 3GS. My dad actually bought it and kept it. He kept it safe, and this is it. And I'll show you the size comparison. It is super small. I'm not removing the sticker because the sticker is really old, and if I remove it, it's never gonna stick back. The 3GS, I don't know its price, but I'll check the back. I guess it's only about 8 gigabytes. It's only 8 gigabytes, and the price is 20,900. I mean, compared to olden times, the price is really high. 20,000 is actually a lot. The 12 mini actually fits the needs of a basic person, and that's it for the review. If you ask me, if you ask anyone, I would say the 12 mini is the best phone for a basic person. This is my first ever review. Hope you guys liked it, and on your way out, please hit the like button and smash that subscribe button right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my review on the 12 mini, which is a super great phone. And yeah, thank you.